We lost to Manchester City because of poor officiating. That's the comment of Arne, the coach of Liverpool Football Club. You can say he is a bad workman that blames his tools, or does he have a point? All this and more. Only if you keep it up to Inside the 90, brought to you by Stadium Side. We'll be talking about the English Premier League, of course, LaLiga, the Serie A, the French Ligue 1. And for the French Ligue 1, Brest stood firm, rigid, composed, and they humbled Lorient 2-0. What a performance from Brest. I love them so much. Very good, very firm. Cosmos Chukwemeka, my name, and with me, I have Amarachi. They look way they look me, I don't understand.
Let's not talk about it. Amarachi Adimoko, the phenomenal.
No happy as Brest to win.
I don't understand. Are you jealous that Brest won and they stood firm, rigid, composed?
Two beautiful goals.
Two beautiful goals. That Lorient bow. When you see a firm and rigid Brest performance, you must humble. And that's what Lorient did.
And what is it for the man? They say, they no go pass. They just stop for 2. Relax.
That's it. 2 fantastic gadget goals.
I just hope we're still talking about football.
Yeah, of course it's football. Okay. I'm responsible for what I say. She is responsible for what she tried to understand.
Every time they talk Brest, they like, I don't know why you hate that.
She's jealous of them. I love Brest so much. They perform very well over the weekend. 3 points in the bags. More to come. Yes, PSG also won their game. A brace from Ousmane Dembele ensured that they won. You can call that a derby against Marseille. 5-0. They gave them Waka, Shege, Banza. Fantastic performance, guys.
For Marseille, they've been huffing and puffing this season. Sometimes they do seem to play well and then get the results. But again, against PSG, PSG overpowered and overwhelmed them. And you wouldn't blame Marseille. After all, a certain Ousmane Dembele is back. I remember when he was injured and out, PSG were a bit struggling to win their games. But since he's been back, he's back with the goals.
As for PSG, I won't say I wasn't surprised. It was a mixed feeling. Like, okay, looking at their performance so far, it's not been inspiring. It's not been like the PSG we used to know. So I wasn't even expecting too much from that one, and they went overboard. It was like they had a personal beef to settle.
And our boy from Iyagwa just joined Marseille, Tochukwu Nadi. He was invited to the Super Eagles camp, and we felt maybe his addition would just help the team, but it is what it is. I don't want to say Nahim because
what much can one person do? There are 11 players in the team, so
PSG topping the table with 51 points, just 2 points ahead of second place Lens, which is good. But then the team that I support, I need to find out where they are at the table, because this team, a lot of us love them for the way they do things.
They're currently 12th on the table.
12th on the log. That's Brest. Yes. After 21 matches, they have 26 points. Fantastic, Brest. If you're not clapping for Brest, you're wicked. You don't want to clap. Okay.
For people in the 12th position.
Where am you there?
Excuse you. You know what they say? Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
Oh.
Well, I go win league now.
I never said. Just like you said, I'm responsible for what I say. I am responsible for what you understand or try to understand. Okay. I'm just telling you.
Man United had a very good performance over the weekend.
We've been having a good performance.
Yes, 4/4 from Michael Carrick. Absolutely top notch.
We'll be there.
Give it to him. 4/4. It can't be like say the man like dog meat.
4/4. Okay.
It was a good one. Mbeumo, one of the goal scorers. Likewise, Bruno Fernandes.
Exactly.
Good performance. And then, what do you think Carrick is doing different that is making him get the job done? Or like his former Ruben Amorim from Omori?
If you ask me this, I can talk about it from now till night. What he's doing in just 4 matches, we've seen Bruno more than we saw him under Amorim. Amorim 4-4-2 formation does not favor Bruno. It takes Bruno inside. Bruno best performs when he's behind a striker. We saw him against Fulham. He had a lot of shots on target. Doing Amorim, you will be wondering, is Bruno in this match while he's there? So first thing he's doing well that Amorim failed to do was the formation. 4-4-2 is not working for us. He found the formation that suited the team best. He used it. Number 2, he's playing the players where they should play.
Like they always say, it's not about the size, it's the usage, right?
Okay, back to football.
Did we leave football before?
It was looking like you left football.
I don't know. Why do you have a corrupt mind?
I don't have a corrupt mind. I just don't
Did
understand.
you grow from a Joro Lokpa? Because I see no reason why you try to make things look like
Like they are not? Okay. Anyways, back to you.
back again. All right.
Ahmad under Amorim. Sometimes you see him playing wing back. Ahmad is like he goes forward, an attacking winger. He's there, gives you the goals sometimes and good crosses and all that. But under Amorim, in fact, at some point there was a time during an interview, he said, "Put me anywhere, I can play." Just because he wanted to play,
anywhere
please,
benefits.
Amorim. But that's not how it is. As a footballer, you know where, just like Osimhen, just like Osimhen come out, they tell you, "May play him anywhere." It doesn't make sense. So under Carrick, he plays them. Imagine Mino playing full time. In fact, in all the 4 matches, Mino has been there showing full workings, and Kuhan too. Kuhan that Amorim, would they see him like he was pushing himself, he was overdoing and no result. But under Carrick, he's there, he gets the goals and like the contributions, everybody's just up and doing it.
I noticed that you've started adding weight since you started winning games.
You know, easy.
Ogwo Obara.
The Reds, they give blood.
Okay. Now, Michael Carrick becomes the second English manager to win his first 4 opening matches, after being appointed. The other man to do so was, that should be Craig Shakespeare, So, I mean, he has done well. Although you might look at it and say, Michael Carrick, the last time he was in charge, he was there, he didn't do well at Man U because he only won 1 game. So let's make not even give him that kind of credit. But in all of this, how far do you feel Carrick can take Man U? Which position if you say that you finish?
I've always maintained it right from the beginning of this season that the most or the best we can get this season is to go for Champions League next season.
Oh,
that's my own. We're going to the Champions League. I still maintain that. But if something happens, which is unlikely, I mean, what can happen?
You go win
right
league
now.
now.
Look at
You go win league now. You go win. Now,
Now
this thing be my problem with. Now this thing be my problem with Una. Wait.
At least we know
Something happens. Wait. If something happens. Wait. If something happens. If something happens and then you win the league. No. If something happens and then you win the league now. Wait. If something happens and then United wins the league. Wait. Wait. See now. No. Wait. If something happens and then Man United wins the league. Becca, wait.
While you guys are trying to argue that one out, let's look at the table. If there's any opportunity of Man U winning the league. Remember, after 25 matches played, we have 13 more games to go. As we speak right now, Arsenal top the table with 56 points. That is 6 points ahead of second place Man City. Now, we'll come back to Arsenal performance. Third is Aston Villa, 47 points. Man U is fourth with 44 points. And if you look at the difference, 44 and 56, which is Arsenal topping.
Yeah.
Calculation-wise, there's opportunity that Man United can still win the league.
Becca, I go win league.
But can you beat your chest and say you're going to win league?
No. But like I still maintain the best we can do is go to Champions League. But then again,
which you're already there because you're in the top 4. But there's
maintaining it,
Chelsea
of course.
behind
Chelsea
you guys.
is behind us. Liverpool too
just
is
1 point
coming
behind
up.
you guys. 43 points to their credit. Chelsea.
Exactly. And then Liverpool 39 points. They still day back, but they can still come up. You saw what they pulled off against Man City, even though they lost.
Yeah.
They did a good. They tried their best, but it's football. It happens. Then as for Man U, what's the possibility? Anything can happen. This is football. Just like someone said, Man City, which of course I still argue. Dika said that Man City, there's a time they go 8-9 games unbeaten or winning streak. I argue that it's not this season. It's not going to happen.
We haven't seen that much.
It's not going to happen this season.
You must give them kudos for the performance yesterday. We'll still come back to that. So we're just dissecting the table right now. Now let's take the teams one after the other. Michael Carrick, becoming also the first manager for Man United to go 4 games winning streak.
This season,
the last time it happened was in 2024. That was under Erik ten Hag. And then the last manager for Man U to go 8 games unbeaten was Ralf Rangnick in 2022. So there is a record he's chasing. But I like that the confidence is back. Man United fans can now brag. They can go back to their wife and everything going to go mweke.
We don't too cry.
Tears of joy, right?
Tears of joy.
Enjoy.
Thank
you
you.
Understand? See, anybody who wants to stop you making no blow your trumpet, and I just hate that. So
you
blow
get
like,
why? I go blow. Make death anybody who want death. Man U, We
until
are
the trumpet
coming.
spoil.
We'll buy another one. We'll buy another. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
I don't tell you before. I don't tell you
Now
before.
let's talk about Arsenal. Oh, Zubi Mendy, one of the goal scorers on the night, his 50th league goal of the season for the Gunners. And then you say Gil Keres, the man that celebrates this way. Oh my word. 2 brace from him. And the young man has a way of scoring against newly promoted side, scored 1 against Burnley, scored 3 against Leeds United, and over the weekend against Sunderland, he notched in 2. Who can stop us now?
Well, I've maintained that for me, Arsenal is going to win the league. I don't see Man City stopping them from winning the league. If you followed Mikel Arteta and what he has done with this Arsenal squad, you would notice that these guys are really hungry to at least win this league this season. So it wouldn't be a surprise if they go on to win the league. What we are going to talk about is if they're going to have the mental fortitude to at least see off the remainder of their games this season. Because sometimes you do play in their heads that are we going to do this thing or are we going to falter again for the 4th time? But kudos to Arsenal for what they've done. Gokore is finally getting the goals, at least this 2026. When he came, he was struggling a bit, but since the turn of the year, he has been getting the goals, and then Arsenal has been somehow found a way to win their games. I remember their first game, the first leg against Sunderland, how they struggled in that game. Yeah. But without a certain Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka in that game on Saturday, they find a way to demolish Sunderland. Well, kudos to them.
To your question, who or what can stop us now? Only Arsenal and Arteta can stop us now. You know why I say that? Arteta has a way of upsetting you. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm actually rooting for them to.
Have you ever dated an Arsenal fan?
No, they are pitiable. Like, how do you follow a club for how many years? And like,
no. You should look at it on the other flip side.
Which flip side?
If a man that is an Arsenal fan,
he will be very loyal.
Since 2004, we never win trophy. That means that man can be patient with you, even with your trying times and any problem.
No, they are very patient people, but
Have you dated anyone?
I pity them. I've not dated.
Why do they pity? I don't understand.
Because, dude, how do you do that? Like, you're not getting division, like you're in the
characteristics of a heartbreaker. Go ahead.
I know the breakers. How do you stay?
What do you do? You meant?
Exactly. I'll be well down. They're well down. You stay with the club that long without trophy, and they're so loyal. Nobody, no fan loyal past Arsenal fans. See where even the way they celebrate that second position. I just hope they win it finally. But then again, only Arsenal and Arteta.
The way they celebrate 4 games winning streak.
Oh my dear.
And you see the effort.
None of your business. See. Yeah, they say talk. Don't mock a pain you have. Kiniko. Well, I don't expect that.
But see what they do. Like, see as they think they sweet too.
Well, don't worry.
I don't tell you before.
Imagine they come for una, then you go feel her. But anyways, back to Arsenal.
May no come Champions League this season first.
Back to Arsenal and Arteta. Arteta have a way of pissing you off with his sometimes you just change his startup, start level, and it shows. You see it, you're like, what is happening? Why you not starting the Barrett? Why you not starting this kind of people? And then either they get the draw or they even go ahead.
But then you have to understand that these players, we get to see them probably once in a week or twice in a week. But Arteta works with these players practically 24/7 every day. So he knows what he's seeing and he knows why he's starting whatever or whichever player he decides to start in a game.
Of course, he's the manager.
Arsenal next game is away to Brentford. Can they win it? That will be on Thursday.
Definitely. That's how it's going to win.
It's not Brentford last season. You know, Brentford last season went 16 games, 16 home games unbeaten. Like, you come to their home last season, you know either the most you can get.
The manager has left. He's the one in charge of Tottenham Hotspur. That's Thomas Frank.
Right. So Brentford they've been fortunate. Like, away or home, it's only the beginning of the season.
So you don't see them upsetting Arsenal.
Nah, they can't do much. They can't do much. I don't think so.
Okay. Who is Man U playing away? Are you scared?
Scared, okay.
Can Man U win?
Scared of West Ham?
Yes.
Hammer. We go collect the hammer. Say hammer them. We go collect the hammer.
You know why that match they following me? You know that guy was saying go back in here after Man U win 5 games.
For his sake, I really hope Man U wins. But we're going to win West Ham. You see where West Ham they for table.
See the funny thing for that match. When I don't raise that guy hope, and it's going to be painful. That's against West Ham. I'm not going to win that match.
We're going to win.
Why do you think they're not going to win? I mean, they are playing as a unit, playing as a team.
No doubt, no doubt.
Each other.
But
they never say that spirit. Even games that you feel Man United are going to drop points, or they find a way to dig deep and get the job done.
But I have this feeling that that match is going to be a banana pay for Manchester United.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And considering that West Ham at this point are desperate for points to make sure that
They're out of relegation.
exactly.
Yes.
So I feel like it's going to be a banana point for Man United.
We're not going to lose points there. They're going to fight. I mean, look at what they did to Chelsea. They started 2-0. Now we thought it was already in the bag. Chelsea came from behind and got it from them. But then again, Man U, just like you mentioned, they're not playing like a team. It's no longer a one-man show during Amorim where one person comes up. Mbeumo is there. Everybody is there. Even our defenders, our keeper is top-notch. So going to West Ham, I know they fear. Who want to do something? If not be this Congo guy. Even for Chelsea self, the 2 goals, now you see the 2 goals. It's very upsetting, but I know it's nothing they feel too much.
All right, so Chelsea will be playing out at home to Leeds United. And if you go by the performance and how they did well at the expense of Wolves, 3-1 it ended. Cole Palmer, oh my word. That guy is the next best thing after Rice. Cole Ice Palmer scored a hat-trick, becoming the first Chelsea player to score 4 hat-trick in the Premier League. Nobody has ever done that before. What a player he's been. And then we've seen how good he can contribute to this Chelsea side.
Yeah, he's been a revelation since joining Chelsea. I mean, everything he touches turns to good.
Absolutely.
And I give him kudos for that. And but against Leeds, I also feel like is
Chelsea will be home at Stamford Bridge.
I'm saying against League, I also feel like it's more or less a walk in the park for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I do not expect Chelsea to drop
It
points
should be
against
a matter of how many goals they're going to
exactly.
score, right?
So for Chelsea, it's a must-win game for
Liam
them.
Rossinier is doing the same thing that Carrick is doing as well. His first 4 games in charge, that's the coach of Chelsea. He has won 4 out of 4, Omena 4. So if he wins this one, it will be the 5th one, and then which means he himself will not equal the record of Craig Pawson that did so in 2017 for Leicester City when he won his first 5 games in charge of that club.
Have you noticed something aside the last weekend match and the Arsenal? I think that was the one we played Arsenal while Chelsea played West Ham.
Yeah.
Aside those 2 matches, Man U and Chelsea, they've been having the same scoreline. Man U draw, Chelsea will draw, same scoreline. Man U win, Chelsea win, same scoreline. The difference is that Arsenal, I think that was the only different outcome. They played West Ham. No, it was same. They played West Ham 3-2.
Yeah. You won Fulham.
One Fulham
3-2.
3-2. So it was Arsenal that match. That was the only difference. So
you feel there's a correlation between Man U?
I don't know what they are doing.
New manager bounce.
Of Ghana, went to that top.
New manager. You go to end. You go. Hell, that's new manager bounce now. Hell,
Okay, calm down.
you go wait. You go to end.
Relationship is sweet for the beginning.
You go to end.
Darling. You no go end.
And remember, not be the matter that is borrow money that they is pay back.
We no borrow. We no borrow.
No,
money.
You borrow carry now.
We no borrow carry.
You borrow carry give am temporary job
They
now.
go give them.
Now borrow in day.
They go give them contract.
Okay, now let's divert and go straight to La Liga because of time. Barcelona won 3-0. Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski was one of the goal scorers. In fact, for Yamal, he has scored more goals than he did last season.
Exactly.
In the league. I mean, that guy, quietly, he's getting the numbers.
Yeah.
Exactly. He has 10 goals and 8 assists in the La Liga alone, which is 18 goals and assists. And if one thing people are not talking about is throughout last season, Lamine Yamal has more goals this season compared to what he has last season. And then he has been getting his goals quietly without making noise about it.
And it works for him.
Exactly. And then Barcelona is the only team that has won all their home matches in the La Liga this season. ATM lost.
Yeah, they lost to Real Betis. One goal to nothing.
One goal to
our own Ademola Lookman featured in that game. That was his first La Liga game. Sadly ended that way. Although in the first Copa del Rey game that he played, he scored 1, assisted 1. What a way to make a debut.
Yeah. For Ademola Lookman, it's been a dream start for him at ATM, and then but going on to lose his first game for in La Liga. He said there is still hope and that they should look forward to more games, and then hopefully that they're going to get more wins.
Okay, before we look at the table, Fernandes and Kylian Mbappe, that's Kylian Mbappe though, were the goal scorers for Madrid, and they ensured that Madrid won 2-0 away at Valencia. And our own Sadiq Umar also featured for Valencia in that game, but ended up on the losing side. So what does this result now mean?
Well, currently, Madrid are still 1 point behind Barcelona, and I do not expect anything else. I still expect, like I said, Barca to win this La Liga. And remember, and remember.
Now just 1 point.
Wait now.
You could just need to
Calm down.
lose
Calm down.
one, Madrid win one for them to top you with 2 points.
Now, still remember that Madrid just needs to lose one, and then Barca will go 4 points
You
ahead.
are more likely to lose than Madrid to lose.
Remember, Madrid will also be visiting the Camp Nou. They'll be coming for the second leg, and it doesn't look like Madrid is going to get a point. It doesn't look like they're going to get even a point on that day.
So you're giving the league already to Barcelona?
Exactly.
It's too early,
After
Oga.
23 matches played, there's still a long way to go. I mean, we're talking about 15 more matches, to go in La Liga. But then they say opinion be like nose. Everybody gets one own, be that right?
Abi?
Opinion be like mine. Everybody carry their own. Okay, we'll leave La Liga and go straight to the Serie A. It was a drubbing of a performance for Inter at the expense of Sassuolo. They whitewashed them, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 goals to nothing. It ended in their favor. And then they sit top of the table ahead of their city rivals, AC Milan.
It was a field day for Inter Milan. Like, how can you be heartless? It's just like that's the way you talk, say, now feel at home. Now
From feel at home, stranger they take spoil remote.
Now so they don't spoil remote, they carry the TV. They spoil remote, carry the TV, go out. Because how do you come to someone's house and then you beat them 5 bondo, still give them red card?
The thing is, Inter has been on a rampage
recently.
They've gone almost 5-6 games now, winning all of them.
I don't think they are competing with anybody. Like, even though there's still more matches.
No. Inter, for me, Inter is going to win that league.
They're going home with
It's just that, like I said during our show last week, my only surprise is that AC Milan has somehow find a way to still remain in the race, especially for the Champions League spots. Like I said earlier, also they didn't sign, like most of their signings during the past summer we didn't expect AC Milan to be where they are currently at the table. But then the coach has done a very fantastic job with this team, at least maintaining their second position on the league and then chasing some Champions League places.
Anyways, Inter won 5-0. I mean, everybody was like, come, do your own. Like I said, they do contribution. Nakawo, Bisek scored the first goal. Thuram, Martinez, Akanji, and Luis Enrique, all of them to give Inter that particular win. Another interesting one was Napoli and Genoa. Genoa first scored. I thought, okay, they thought that they've arrived. Only for Haaland to equalize it. They scored again. McTominay. Interestingly, two of them
they rejected.
Nobody rejected Ten Hag.
Oh, not rejected. No be Man U reject am.
In fact, Man U fans.
Two players wey reject go there go score.
No, Holland. We reject Holland. But you see, McTominay will not reject that. McTominay
So
is a
what
player.
happened? Why did they leave Man United?
Not Ten Hag now.
Ten
Hag. Oh, in fact, as a matter of fact, I don't know how he manages, how he is a manager, because he tends to have problems with almost half of the play. He had problems with Rashford. This guy he gave to Chelsea said they don't want again.
Garnacho.
Not even Garnacho. Sancho. Garnacho. Anthony.
I think it's normal for coaches to have issues with
that
players.
Much? No, that he don't watch too
Let's
much.
break it down this way. Jesus Christ carried 2 F1 sell am.
And that one they different.
So it's normal for a coach.
You not get issue with them. Even the one where I said, you go sell me, but you still not get issue with them. This one is different. Like, how do you have problem with almost everybody in your squad? And you tend to even sell out them. Imagine it almost is that Amorim almost?
You're blaming the coach for letting go of McTominay.
I've always loved
now
him.
AC Milan, who are second on the log, they've also played 1 game less. Their next game will be on Friday away to Pisa. That newly promoted side not be the pizza when
they go chop the pizza.
Oh.
Okay, not be the pizza they chop, but they go chop the pizza because just like you said, AC Milan they found a way to, even with not too decorated players. Sometimes you don't even have popular players in their squad, but they found a way to stay there. They just sit down for that number 2, like say they don't arrive. So Pisa, of course, drew with Verona over the weekend, but so I don't think they're going to upset AC Milan.
Oh, okay. All right. So AC Milan, even with a game less, they are second with 50 points, 8 points behind table toppers. Inter. While for Napoli, who won 49 points, Juve drew 2-2 with SS Lazio. Our own Fisayo Dele Bashiru featured in that game, but couldn't do much. In all, I mean, his team at least he picked up a point, which is very important, for the team. Because if you look at the table right now, they sit 8 on the log with 33 points, and for Juve, who also drew with them, are 4th on the log with 46 points. Okay, we need to wrap things up with the Nigeria Premier Football League. We just need time now, our friend. Now, Kun Khalifat FC. Some call them Statement FC, Press Statement FC, because first they release a statement, we are pulling out of the league. That's the pull-out mechanism. The next thing again, they are no longer pulling out. And then they say, okay, they are back in the league. Just when you felt, okay, maybe that would have destabilized the team, they were solid enough to get past Shooting Stars of Ibadan. 2 goals to nothing.
I was surprised.
Breathtaking goals. Lovely one. What a performance from Kun Khalifat, guys.
They did well. Like before that statement, like you said, I watched them that home match. They lost quite alright, but we know that this is more or less almost like a new team altogether. They sold a lot of the players and they got new. So, but this team they've got something. They've
They've now won 2 consecutive home games. For the first time
in a long while.
Since I think October thereabout, they've not won 2 consecutive home games. But
I think,
they've done that, which is good.
And also they need all the points they can get, especially at home at this point.
Yeah.
Because even though they won that game, they are still 28th on the log. So at this point,
first from behind.
but then again, that's one thing I love. I love or hate about NPFL this season. They are 20th on the log, right, quite alright. But they can, with the next win, or draw or loss. If they win their next match, or
they should be traveling away to Barrow FC.
We saw what Barrow did the last time.
Barrow beat them. That was
in Aba.
And now they are meeting them with 3 of their best players. Barrow have 3 of their best players, so it's not going to be easy for them.
Kore, Uche Moses, and Ezonyi Henry.
So if they can win their next match, they will go from 20th to 17th. Depending on what others get. So they still have time. They can still stay afloat. That's the best they can get. And like I said, I watched them. I think the one they lost to Rangers, they've got substance. They have something. These new boys, they just need to bond. They need to bond with more time. If they can continue this way, they will stay at in the league. One interesting thing is Ikorodu. Ikorodu is now top in the league.
Yeah, Ikorodu City won 1-0. Was it 1-0 at the expense of Niger Tornadoes in Lagos? A good performance as well. Ikorodu City gained promotion to the top flight last season, but then they find a way to stay in the league, and now they can battle and rub shoulders with the big boys. That's consistency. That's the type of thing we need to see from a private-owned club. So I must give them kudos. But the one we expected goals to rain didn't rain at all, and that's the game between Abia Warriors and Rangers International of Enugu. It ended goalless. Eyeglass scoreline, man. I'm sure for those who play confidential barometer, our tickets cut anyhow.
Anyways, that was an Oriental derby. I wasn't necessarily, of course, it was supposed to be serious. I mean, Abia Warriors, they've been in top contention for the league. I'm surprised that they've come down. Earlier, not even earlier, as 3-4 weeks ago, they were like second on the table. But now they are 5th on the table, just behind the Enugu Rangers. I just hope they get back to where they're supposed to be. And
I think Abia Warriors are still going to make continental places this season. For Ikorodu City, I don't know if they're going to win the league. I don't know about them winning the league, because I don't see them winning the league. But then
I think it's too early to say win the league for them, because if you look at the team they jointly share the table, which is Rivers United. Rivers have played less number of games. They've played just 21 compared to Ikorodu,
who has played 25.
Who have played 25.
So
they have 4 outstanding matches.
That is 12 points.
Who says they can't get 6 points? If they can get only 6 points from those 2 games, they will be heads and shoulders above every other person. But while we're talking about Rivers United, at the continental level, they are just a bunch of disgrace.
They're coming home.
Coming home where?
No, they're
already home.
Competition. They're already home.
They're already home.
They scored first yesterday.
They're already home.
And then before you say Jack Robinson,
like that.
they got beaten.
It's
One
so
up in their own background. That's not good.
That is embarrassing.
So it means that the league, we need to do more to try to compete at the continent.
Exactly. If a team from Zambia can come here and then beat Rivers United,
for now, our best team
what do you expect? What do you expect when it comes to the CAF Champions League, especially this particular season? Like you said, Rivers United has been total embarrassment to Nigerian football.
But how does that? What does that have to do? I mean, everybody, the coaches there, the players are there, but then everybody always finds a way to blame the NFF, the MPFL,
That
the
is
league structure, and all
it
that.
shows you the standard of our league. Look at what happened during the Chan tournament. The Chan Eagles had about 8 to 9 Remo Stars players in that team. These are the current defending champions of the league. And then they went to the they went to the Chan tournament and were embarrassingly booted out of that tournament. Embarrassingly. Against teams that you would naturally expect that, okay, at least Nigeria as a nation should at least get. Look at what Mamadou Sundowns did to Remo Stars, right, in Nigeria here. So it shows you the level of our league. I made a tweet one time. I was like, the standard of the MPFL is scraping the floor. Like, we are very down. And then it has to do with, first of all, it has to do with administration. People who are at the helm of affairs of managing the league and football in this country has done a very, very terrible job at it. And they should be ashamed of it and also be booted out, because I don't think majority of them who are there should still be in office up to now.
All right, so the highest scoring game over the weekend was the game between Wiki Tourists and Katsina United. 4-4 it ended, and you can imagine what that would do for you.
And it's like that game ended this morning.
Yes, it ended this morning. It continued and ended this morning. There was a bit of here and there, but I don't want to go into that.
The Nigerian League with that.
Uche Collins scored a hat-trick,
wow,
in that particular game. Thumbs up to him, because you don't get to see players score hat-trick in
Uche Collins, I thought
Nigerian League, like, for where?
Yeah, it's not regular. I think Anas Yusuf was the last player to do so, if my memory serves me right. But it is what it is, though. Nasarawa and Bayelsa drew 1-1 as well. And then it was goalless between Warri Wolves and El Kanemi Warriors. Why? For Ikorodu City 2-0. They won that game at the expense of Niger Tornadoes. Kwara United lost at Plateau United 1-0. And Kano Pillars also won their game at the expense of Remo Stars 1-0. But of course, the drama in Enyimba continues. I'm not sure it's ending anytime soon, but we hope that they get it right. Enyimba, they are our own team. 1 minute they are saying the governor is saying this. The next minute, they said the chairman of Enyimba is saying something else.
And the last statement they released, they said the Daniel Eke is not the chief scouting officer. I'm no longer the sporting director.
Oh my
God. But I saw another counter statement credited to Daniel Eke, saying that we should disregard such report, that it is false, that he still remains, the director, the sporting director of Enyimba
At this point,
Football
you don't know where to. In fact, you say the statement is, I think they hold the title, not Kun Khalifa. Because tomorrow it comes from the government, next tomorrow it comes from the management. In fact, at this point, we don't even know who is doing what.
Statements are Kariala.
All right, that's how we'll call it a wrap on today's edition of the program. If you've enjoyed what will serve you, you know where to be, right? Stadium side. If you're not following us across all our social media handles, you're wrong, right?
Wrong.
What you supposed to do person like that? We know they follow us.
Be careful before we go argue.
I'm gonna your parting words.
Like what we do, support us, share our posts, tell somebody to tell somebody that there is a new sheriff in town, Inside the 90s, sponsored by Stadium Side. And of course, we come here every week bringing you all the thrilling events from fans' reactions, the goals, the cards, and everything that happened inside the 90s.
Where do we go?
Yeah, just like she said, for all the best football news, Inside the 90s, brought to you by Stadium Side, is the best podcast for you for everything football. Peace. All right, this is what we'll call it a wrap one more time. Until we come again next time, Cosmos Chukwemeka, my name, and I've done this with Amarachi Ademoko and Emrys. From me to you, it is peace, love, Puyaka.